So these are only three ways. We discuss standalone with student master data for the understanding. And here we can use both master and transaction. Okay. So now I am going to explain any one configuration. So I'm explaining change pointers for master data configuration. So for the message control is only specific to transaction data, purchase order, sales order, shipping, delivery order, invoice and all. So that we can achieve through standalone program also, same process, but data will be different. Okay. So this I'll share the documents to you. How can you configure and all? Our steps will be same, only that document level, data level, we have to do different configuration. Okay. So now change point is only, it will take too much time. So we'll discuss that. So what are things we have here? MatMask, DebMask, CreamMask, customer we have. So we are discussing MatMask, material master data configuration through change pointers. First we'll do material master data configuration for inbound or outbound. Then I'll explain you about the change pointers. Fine, the context of today call session.
Okay.
I'm jumping into the system. So MatMask is a standard IDoc or custom IDoc?
Standards.
Standard IDoc, right? See, for standard IDoc, we don't need to create segments, IDoc type, message type, message assigned to IDoc type. Those 4 steps is not required. Which we done for custom IDoc. Okay. So we can found all the values. So what is the transaction to identify the IDoc /n W30? Okay, here we can see the IDoc. Okay, so for material we have by default MatMask. Hmm? MatMask for material it's by default. If you see here, how many objects came here? We have 12 entries came. So these are all MatMask BAPI related. MatMask through BAPI data distribution. First 3 and again MatMask mass BAPI distribution, multiple entries. So you can ignore first six entries. Next 6 entries, you can see customer field distribution, that is not active, that is not released. So you can ignore this also. Now we have MatMask 01 to 05. Are you guys able to see this? 01 to 05?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So MatMask 05 is the latest version. Okay. You just select that. You can see enhancement distribution of single level variants. Click on display. You can see here. These are the segments. How many segments we have? Are you guys able to see? This is mass material full details. Okay. Material with material combination. When you create material, you have to create this much information. You can see Mara is a master table of material. And you can see MAKT, material description table, MARC, material with a plant. You can see MARDIM, MARD, this is also standard, material with warehouse. MFHM, this is also one of the table with production resource. You can see MARM again, MEAN, material European article numbers, MBEW, material valuation, MLG, and these are all the tables. Note down all these tables. Material with sales data, MBKE. Okay, MLAN. This is again tax classification, you can see. These are all the tables. There are number of tables for total consumption, forecast parameters, product group. These are all different tables. So when we talk about this material master data, so this much of information we are sending. Each segment having different fields, right? We continue this. Let's see. For these segments, how many fields? There are number of fields. 36 fields. For every segment, there are number of fields. Understood?
Sir.
Yeah. So this is matmas is the IDoc type for, and these are all the segments. When we talk about when we discuss student one, we create only one segment, but now we have number of segments. Okay, atmosphere. That's why when we copied that material related function model, that function model having 4,000 lines entries because of this much of segments. Each segments have to do validation and all. So that's why they did that much of coding. SAP. Okay. So now we have matmas 05 with IDoc type. So now we have to identify message type. What is message type? Echo W81. Okay. So it is also started with matmas. You can see here matmas material master data. Understood, guys? Is next. What is next step? Assign material IDoc type to message type. What is the transaction? What is the transaction, Kumar? Assign IDoc type to message type.
W81.
81. Currently I'm in 81. I'm asking about assigning message type to IDoc type. W82. Here you can see what is message type. Matmas. Okay. Basic type means IDoc. Matmas. Matmas 05 is the latest version. Okay. You can see the combination. Hmm? Here you can see the combination. Okay. Release you can ignore. Understood, guys? So these are all steps done by SAP. Now what is next step? We have to check the logical systems. What is the transaction? Sale transaction. So here basic settings, logical systems, define logical system. So we already defined logical systems for student master data configuration. Now we will use the same systems because our target and source systems will be same, right? So we can use the same system. Sender system of student info, receiver system of student info. I'm just removing this. And mention sender system, receiver system. Understood, guys? Saving the transport. I'm using same systems, okay, 808. Now we have to assign this to client. This we already done. However, I'm just logging to and showing. You can see 800 is ES7 client 800. That is the logical system name. And for 810 client, ES7 client 810 is a logical system. So this we can open through one more transaction. What is the transaction code? It is SCCC4. What is SCC4? Assign logical system to client. You can see here. If I double click on this, you can see we have to click this display edit mode. Then only you can see edit. Double click on this, you can see edit mode. Understood, guys? SCC4 is the transaction assign logical system to client. Basically, it is to see the client's information, but in our IDoc concept, it is assign logical system to client. Transaction is SCC4. This is basically basis transaction, basis SAP basis stream transaction. So they will maintain these clients and all. If we see, if I double click on 800, you can see some more configuration, automatic recording of changes. If they select no changes allowed, we can't create programs and all. In real time, they have in development system, we have two systems, two clients, 200, 210. 210, they will make it as a no changes allowed. So we have to do all developments in 200 clients. 210 we are using for testing purpose. So those are configuration done by this transaction through basis string. Okay. So as of now, we are talking about 800, 810 logical systems assigned. Logical systems are assigned for both clients. What is next step? Port creation.
Yeah.
What is the transaction for port creation?
W21.
See, here in this standalone program I'm referring. So still this one 5 steps SAP is already done.
Okay.
Here S11 is not. We are not talking about a standard table. We have the number of tables data. Okay. So this one is done. Now sale also we just now we check. Here we modify the, we remove the student information. Here we saw that same clients. Now RFC1. Okay. So RFC1 we already created. We'll use same ES7 client 810 for target system. Okay. Now next part is port creation W21. However, we'll check the RFC now again one more time. What is the transaction SM59 slash n SM59? Here ABAP connection, because we are talking about SAP to SAP, both are SAP ABAP systems. So our target system is ES7 client 810. You can see this one, RFC configuration for 810 client. Now we'll click on this. Here check the connection test. This was already we configured in last session. Okay. Just click on connection test. You can see connection test success, no errors. And next click on remote login. Remote login is working or not. Okay, remote login also happened. So RFC is okay. Next, port creation W21. Okay. So ports in IDoc processing title W21. So here we are going with transactional RFC. Okay. So I'm just selecting this, creating the new port. Here I'm not going with generate port. So I'll create one port is with matmas only. With matmas name only I'm creating the port. Okay, continue. It's not yet saved. Let me maintain here. Material master configuration. So what is RFC destination? ES7. RFCs will always with first three letters will be system, then client CLNT, then client number 810 or 200, 400. Now when you talk about quality and production, system number will be different and client numbers will be different. So we have to create like that. So RFC name, just click on save. It will be added here. ALE port, you can ignore, this is just information message. We can see here matmas is added. Okay, so port is done. What is our port name? Matmas. Next task is partner profiles. So W20 is the transaction for maintaining the partner profiles. So we already created the partner profiles for last time. So we are using same partner profiles. So what is for 810 client? ES7 800 810.
Yeah.
So this is the target. Okay. So this is outbound parameters we have to confirm. Okay, 810. Okay, here just mention plus in the outbound parameters receiver port. Okay, here matmas is message type is matmas. Receiver port also we created with the same name matmas. Just now we created the port matmas in W21. Next transfer IDoc immediately. Next basic type. What is basic type? Can shaker?
Matmos.
Can shaker? Hemadri. Huh? What is basic type means IDoc type. What is IDoc type?
Atmas only.
Kumar Raja?
Here we are not creating any IDoc type, right?
We are not creating current, but in the starting of the session, I told you, right? What is a message type or IDoc type?
Matmos only.
Bindu? How many? What is IDoc type we are using for this configuration? Matmos 05, I told you. That is the latest version. You are stuck with the Matmos. I was told you that there are 12 entries came and we have to go with always latest entry.
Yes, yes,
Matmos
yes.
05 is the basic type or IDoc type. You can see the heading. Matmos 05. Okay, so just click on save this outbound parameter. So data saved. Just go one step back. You can see here. Matmos is added. This is message type, not IDoc type. Okay, it will add it. So Matmos is added means outbound. In the same profile, we can configure number of message types. Next time we can configure custom creamos also we can configure. So till now this outbound parameters, outbound configuration is done. Now now additionally we are doing one more step, BD64 transaction, creating the distribution model. So if there is a filter based data, then we will do this kind of distribution model. And standard program we use one function model, right? Master IDoc distribute. So that also will do same activity. Now I'm opening this BD64. So are you guys able to see this display distribution model?
Yes.
Right? BD64. So here we have to create new model view for our data distribution. Data will go through this model view. Okay, so just click on change. Now it is display mode. Click on change. Okay, so now edit mode. How can you say edit mode? These buttons are enabled. Previously it was a disable mode. Now it is enabled. So now create model view. This button. Okay, Control F4. So here description, material, master data. Technical name I'm putting Matmos on. You can put anything, but I'm mentioning Matmos for the timing. Okay. So start date will be today, end date will be this. So validity will be done through that only. However, it will be showing today date and last date will be 4/9. Okay, 9,999 year. That's okay. If you want to put this year end, you can put 2021 year only. So it will work this year end. So you just continue. You can see it will be added somewhere. Or sorry guys, able to see here? Might pass. Are you guys able to see this?
Yes. Material master.
Yeah. So now add message type for this. So select this line and click on this add message type. So here we have to mention sender. What is the sender?
800.
Yes. Sender name is logical system. 8ES7
CL
NT 800.
800.
Here it is.
BH7.
800. ES7 CLNT
810.
810. Message type is Matmos. Okay. So this is model view name. This is message type name. Both are different namings, but value is different. Same. Okay. Just continue. You can see now arrow mark is added. Okay. Just expand arrow mark. You can see sender system ES7 client 800 expand. You can see receiver system ES7 client 810 expand. You can see message type material master expand. Are you able to see here? No filter set.
Yes.
Yeah, if you want to send the data through filters, if the condition is satisfied, that time only data will send. So that filters I'll send you, I'll put you after that. So as of now, I'm just saving. So distribution model has been saved. Okay. So just click on, go back one step. So now I'm opening again BD64. Now you can see here, it came in middle after saving. Starting with the M, right? That's why it came in middle. You can see it. Okay. Understood till now? Outbound configuration.
Yes.
So now we have to do inbound setup in A10 client. So I'm logging to A10 client. So what are the steps we need to do now? And inbound also.
Uh, we'll start from W83, 82.
W82 also done by SAP only. We have to start with sale.
Okay. Yeah.
So now I'm opening not direct sale, I'm opening BD54. So this is for defined logical systems. In the sale only we are going through basic settings, that arrow mark and all, right? So now you have the direct T code also, BD54. This is for logical systems. This was already configured.
Here we
You
no
can see
need
here,
to use any function module.
by function model. By function model came here.
No, no, I'm asking in last step
Tell you,
inbound.
I'll tell
Inbound
you that.
steps using a function module, right? So that's why I'm asking. Here we no need to use
So
any
that
function.
we are doing scratch level development. Now we don't need to do scratch level. So we have already SAP setup. We are not use those. So now we can see here. This was already explained you right in the outbound configuration. I was removed the student information. So that time I opened through sale transaction. So we have direct T code BD54, which is using to define the logical systems. Okay. Now assign logical system to clients. That is what is the transaction? SCC4. Okay, this was already done in the inbound setup only. Last class only we did done here. This is systems. We don't need to do these two steps is already done. Next one is W21. Do you have W21 here?
No.
Here, outbound setups. See, sale is done. Now function model. So this is for scratch level development. We don't need to define this. SC37, BD51, function model registering the characters, that is also not required. Assign function model to message item, that is also not required. Process codes, that is also not required because SAP provided standard process codes. So now we have to do final thing is partner profiles. Okay. Understood, guys?
Yes.
What is the transaction?
W20.
Port also not required. Port is only for source to destination, not destination to source. Okay. So here, logical system. What is our logical system? This one, ES7 client 800. We can see a student. Okay, this was solid. I think MATMOS also added. I will double click on. I'll show you. So if you add it like this, it will add it when you click on. Okay, so here message type we have to give when we added new first time. I think this is added by someone. Okay, you can see here message type. Here we have to give message types. Normally we used to provide process code. Last time we created custom process code ZSTU. So for that process code only we created function module and all we assign those all the steps. Now for this process code only SAP giving some standard function model. Last time we used an IDoc underscore matmos some distribute. We copied that function model to our function model. We copied some code. I will show you. So what is that? W42, right? For process code /o W42. Now I'm not doing anything, but I want to show you this process code in W42. Okay, you can see inbound process code position. What is a mat mass here? Mat mass material type. So just double click on this. You can see here function model. Hello.
Yes.
Are you able to see this function model? This is done by SAP only. We don't need to. This function model only we used last time to copy, uh, to create new function model with reference of this. But if I double click on this, it will open the function model. You can see here function model open. You can see tables also. Control table, data table, status table. So it is done by SAP only. We don't need to do anything. We have to directly do W20 option inbound. So we have configured this, right? Understood the step? Here matmos is added in the inbound parameters for logical systems. Understood till now?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So now what is next step? BD64. That we have to check it is affected or not. We already done in 800 client. It's a client independent. We have to check. So are you able to see this material master data?
Yes.
So it is available here also. So we don't need to do now. Now everything configuration is done end to end. Okay. So segments, IDO creation, those we don't need to do. That is done by SAP. So we have done high level ports and partner systems, logical systems only we configured. Some of the steps already done in last session. That's why we complete the setup now. So now what I'm doing, I'm just going get into client. I'm creating material. What is the transaction for material creation?
Sorry.
Transaction to create the material.
Material.
MM01. Okay. So slash n MM01. What is the title here?
Create material.
So transaction is MM01. So this is MM module transaction, not ABAP module transaction. It's MM module transaction. So now I'm creating material. If you give the specific number, it will create the same material. Otherwise, if you're not giving, I'm just selecting industry sector. So you can see here number of industry sectors. Right? So I'm selecting mechanical engineering. Is industry sector. So material type, which product? It's a coupon or device, complete product or raw material. Okay. So I'm selecting one of the product. Let's see. Okay, let me take different one. Uh, Pharmaceutical. Okay, I'm selecting pharmaceutical. Clinical trial dummy product I'm selecting. Okay, so ZPTC it's a custom one. I'm selecting this. I'm just click on enter in the keyboard. See, it is asking views. So when we create material, we have to create basic data, sales organization point of view, foreign trade, sales tax, MRP related, accounting related configuration we have to do. This all will be done by functional team. Now we don't need to go in deep. So I'm just selecting basic 1 and 2 views. Just continue. You can see basic 1 and 2 tabs. So system generated 3362 as a material number because I didn't give any material number. By default, system will generate 3362. You can see create material. The description I'm giving test material, and you can see tick mark is happen here. Basic unit of measure. So that is also mandatory because of this obligatory symbol is there, na? Selection screen we discuss. Yes or no, guys?
Yes, sir.
So basic unit of measure is how we are measuring that product. Kilos or grams, pieces, sheets, liters. You can see I'm selecting pieces. PC. Okay. Okay. So I'm just clicking on save. So what is the message?
Please
Written.
maintain the field, sir.
Value. Where is the value?
Value, sir.
This one. Okay. So just maintain some dummy. So it's not mandatory because tick mark we don't have, but someone did enhancement and all, something like that background. So that's why it is asking
Okay.
mandate. They someone did enhancement if they put condition if it is volume is space, then they are sending this message. It might be done background configuration, but this is not a mandatory field. So I'm just mentioning 10 something message. I'm just click on again. Specify the relevant unit of value. So it is highlighting this message, this pop-up you can see here. All others are empty, but you can see this is highlighted because 10 I mentioned, but value I also mentioned. I'm just selecting some dummy value. I'm taking here cubic decimeters. Okay, some random value. Okay, now I'm clicking on save. What is the message here?
Material 3362 created, sir.
Okay, so now I'm going to 810 client. Okay, to see the material, to change the material, T code is MM02. Okay, so this is for change material, but in 810 client, I want to see the material. To see the material, MM03. Understood, guys? 01 for create, 02 for change, 03 for display. So now I'm trying to display 3362, right? Our material created in 800 client. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
So I mention this number. I'm clicking on enter for display. What is the message?
Material
Materials
not exist.
does not exist or is not activated.
Because this is a different client. Material data is a client dependent data, so it is not available 810. So through our IDoc configuration, we have to send this data to 810 client. So for that, so how we are triggering now? Last time how we trigger the IDocs last session for the student information.
Standalone.
Through SE38 program, student report, through student report, master IDoc distribute function model we use. So through SE38 program, we distribute we trigger the IDoc. Now for this material triggering, we have a separate transaction for that, BD10. You can see /n BD10. Are you able to see this BD10 T code?
Yes, sir.
Yeah,
Send
you can
me.
see here materials numbers. We can give number of materials here. What is our material? 3362. Now currently I'm in 800
336.
client. Okay, so I'm trying to send from 800 to 810. Okay, so logical system is, what is our
810.
logical system? EH7 client 810. Okay, we have to select that. EH7 client 810. This is our target. Okay, send material in full information. Okay, this we have to select. Now I'm executing this. What is the message? What is the message, Bindu?
One master IDoc setup for message type math master.
Love Kumar, I ask you Bindu.
Sorry.
Hello? Hello, Bindu? Are you able to see my screen?
Yes.
What is the message here?
One master ID was C set up message type sir. Matma.
Yeah, for the message matmas, one master IDoc is set up, means it is created. I'm just clicking on continue here, this button. One more message, one communication IDoc generated for message type matmas. So we used to get these two messages for the BD10 whenever we triggered. Okay, so I'm just closing this. You can see material is done. Now how can we see material status? It is sent or not? Which transaction we have to check IDoc data? Anyone can tell. So this is 800, this is 810. Okay, so here I'm just opening W02. So what is the basic type for material master data? You can check.
Math.
Math 05.
Matmas
05.
05. Okay, so I'm just executing. You can see here we have around more than 5,190 entries. But how can we say, how can we identify what is the latest entry? So in left side, these are all the IDoc numbers. You can put that descending order. If you select this entry, you can click on this, the descending. So 78 is the latest IDoc. Okay, 2510978. Double click on this. So it opens this IDoc, data control record, data record, status record. So expand this data record. Double click on this segment. You can see here 3362 material number. Actually, material length is 18 characters. That's what it is showing preceding zeros. So 3362 is our latest material number. You can see created date 2021 05 16. This is date, system format. That's what it is showing 2021 5th month 16th date. This is my user ID. You can see this is material type. This is industry sector, pharmaceutical, P means. Understood, guys? This you can see volume 10 I provided, na? So this is volume cubic meters,
Yes.
DM cubic. Now we need to check this. What is the status here? 03 means you can see 01 IDoc generated, IDoc ready for dispatching. That is also done. You can see IDoc data passed to port. All three are done. Now we have to check IDoc is reached to 810 client. What is the transaction? We are using same transaction W02. Here also basic type is matmas05 execute. Here also we have to check latest entry. Select this, click on descending order. We'll get latest number 271 127 196. Okay, so double click on this. So what is the status here? 51. You can see application document is not posted. So where it got error? At what position we got this error? 51. IDoc added it. Target system. IDoc ready to be transferred to application. IDoc
Posting,
passed to
sir.
application is not posted. So where we got this error? Function module level.
810, sir.
Yeah, 810 client only, but function module level, because last time also we put condition, right? If condition else, if it success 53 else we put 51. Now this 51 came from the function model. IDoc okay, data matmos 01, that is a function model. From there we got it. What is the message? What is the error message here? Message have been issued. Messages have been issued. Okay, so double click on this. You can see messages have been issued, number with this. So you can see during inbound processing of IDoc, messages have been arranged while checking the material data. The system has filled these messages in the form of application log with this number. So this is application log number. We have this different T code to see the application logs. You can view the application log, click on proceed. So I'm just clicking on this proceed. See, now we are in which transaction? MM90. So see the application log of material. Understood, guys? Now I'm putting this number to see the logs. This is our number. Understood, guys? Hello?
Yes, yes.
So I'm executing the log. Let's see the logs. What logs it generated, why it is failed and all. You can see. This is a session. You can see here, trying to create this material 3362. So error is the material type ZPTC does not exist in 810 client. So trying to create this 3362, the material does not exist or not activate. That is one more message. This is a sequence of messages. Basically, the error is the material type ZPCT does not exist. So how can we see? We can see in MM01 transaction or any other transaction. Systems, we have the table also. You can see here material type ZPTC. Here you can see the values that is there or not. See, ZPCT is not there. Understood, guys?
Yes, sir.
That material type is not there in 810 client. That's why system is not able to create, because that is master data. So when you create the material 3362, material will be created, but the relevant data PCs, it's a PCs. PCs means unit of measure. Unit of measure PC should be configured in their master table. Now for material type, how can we say master table? Click on F1. It will open these technical settings. Click on this technical settings. We have a data element. Double click on this data element. In the domain, double click on domain. In the value range, domain level value range, you can see your value table. Are you able to see this, guys? Value table.
Yes, sir. Team.
SAP
Double click on this.
134.
This is 314. This is transparent table. This is master table for the material type. So what are the material type ZPCT that should be configured in this table? Execute. Let's see ZPTC. ZPCT. You can see here no table entries found for specified key. So that's why it is not able to create. When you give country also India or France, we have a T005 is a countries table. The country should be configured in the target table. Otherwise, it will not allow. Understood why issue came? Hello.
Yes, please.
Yes.
Yeah. Now we have to edit this content in data records. We have to reprocess it through BD87 transaction. Okay. So I will try to reprocess it again now without modifying. Let's see what error we got. Then we'll try to modify. 127196. I'll go BD87. I'm giving IDoc number. Execute. So this is the error. Okay, I'm just reprocessing this. See, we got the same status. Old status 51, new status also same. It is not processing. We have to change the content. To change the content transaction, we can use W09. We can use W090205 are same purpose. W02 we can use. You can see I'm giving IDoc number here. I'm just executing. Guys, you can see these are all the segments for this IDoc. Okay, so double click on this segment. Select this if you have option here. Okay, just click on this. I have a data record. Not coming. Okay, so just double click on this. Here in this number 4011, double click on this. This is a segment you can see. Here you can see ZPTC. So I want to say this data record display to change. You can see ZPTC I'm changing to finished product FERT. We have different product. In that F4 option, whatever it is available, you can select available one. So I'm taking any, basically they will tell which one you're supposed to configure. I'm selecting finished product. Just click on save. So this is saved. Okay. Now for this same IDoc number, I'm reprocessing through BD87 again. So let me open BD87 / BD87. So you can see changes status changed to 69, 51 to 69 because IDoc was edited. Understood, guys?
Yes.
Yeah. Now reprocess it. So 69 to 53. Now so you can see 53. Understood? Now if we see the content in MM03, what is the material number? 3362. Now I'm click on enter. You can see now view is open. I'll select this both views. You can see here. These numbers is generated PC, 10, CDM. Okay, material is generated in target system. Understood, guys?
Mm.
800 logging. Understood till now what we done? We done with same process what we did last for student only, but we just added BD64 distribution model. Other than that, and BD10 for processing the materials directly. Now, for if you use BD10 in the source system, okay, 800 client, how many materials we can configure now? Here, how many materials we can send at a time? One, two we can select in the if you go extension, we can fill all the materials. So we have to fill 1000, 2000. If there is a 1000, 2000, how much time it will take to fill here? If you miss manually any one number, then there is an issue, right? Understood, guys? What I'm trying to say?
Yeah.
BD10 we are using for processing of IDocs, triggering of IDocs basically. BD10 we have BD12 for customers, BD14, 16, BD18 transactions we have. Let me show you those transactions. You can see here BD10 for sending, BD11 for getting the material, 12, 13 for customer, 14, 15 for vendor, 16, 17 for cost center, 18, 90 for GL accounts. This is all manually we are sending. This is taking, we have to fill, if there are number of records, we have to fill each and every record. In this T code level, this will take time. So to avoid this, we are using change pointers concept. Okay. In through BD10 only, I'll show you one successful record. I'll create new material. What is the transaction for material creation?
Creation MM0
MM
02.
02.
No, no,
01
01.
for creation,
Yeah,
01 for creation, 02 for change, 03 for display.
display.
Anywhere, okay. For others also, somehow I'll tell you other transactions. Purchase order, sales orders, all 01, 02, 03, it will end it. 1 for create, 2 for change, 3 for display. So now I'm creating new material. I'm taking both combination scenario, which is configured in both clients. Mechanical engineering, I'm taking raw material, ROH. I'm creating, selecting this basic data. One only I'm selecting simply. I'll mention here. Material test. Taking PC, volume I'm taking 10, unit I'm taking same CDM values. Okay. Here mainly I'm talking about material mechanical engineering ROH. It is configured in both clients. So I'm just saving here. So material 3363. Next number is created. Now how to transfer this? Which transaction we need to use? Amni for transferring from 800 to 810 for material transformation or material triggered.
Sir,
Anyone can tell. How to send material? What is the transaction here to send materials? Anyone can tell here. I'm showing in the screen level which transaction we're using to send materials. Hello?
BD10, sir. 10 and 11.
D10.
10 for
BD10.
10 only we're using for sending, 11 for getting the getting the material. So
Getting
BD10.
the
So I'm opening BD10. Here we have to mention what is the material number 3363, latest one. So logical system is A7 client A10 send material full information. Matmas will come by default because this Matmas message type by default because transaction is defined for only for Matmas only. So this is by default. Okay, execute. So you can see one master IDoc setup for message which was read by Bindu. Okay, one more message, one communication IDoc generated. So this is done. Now let's check in 810 client. Okay, first we'll check in 800 only. What is the status? Go to W02, mention matmos 05, execute. See the latest IDoc in the by putting the descending order. Previous one 78, now 79. Double click on this. What is the latest status? 03. What is the data record? You can see 3360. This is the message. Material number. You can see ROH. M means mechanical engineering. User ID, date. This is number only. Okay, position number. That is okay. Fine. Now, MEINS. It's a PC. It will store, but in screen level, will show PC pieces. Okay. So this is success. You can see 03 means outbound done. Now we'll check in inbound system. What is inbound system? 810 client. Okay, W02. Let me log into again. 810 client. Okay, so what is the transaction, guys? W02. Here message type matmos 05, execute. So put the descending order here by selecting the field. You can see 98 is latest one. Double click on this. So what is the status here? What is the status, guys?
Data passed to port.
53 application posted to application document posted successfully. 50, 64, 62, 53. This is a sequence, success sequence. You can see 53. Messages have been issued. This is a number logs only. If you want to see these logs, you can double click on, you can see the application log here. Either error or success also we can see. Proceed here. It will call the transaction. Mention here number, execute. You can see the sequence here. Double 360 started. So you can see every field is initiated. Next, it is created transaction. Now, no changes made. Everything is success. These are all stages and material created. Trying to change the material, no changes made. So the advantage is here. It will be work for both create and change. Okay. If it is create, it will create. If material is change, it will happen for material change also. Okay. I'll go back to that IDoc type. You can see this is success 53. Okay, because the mechanical engineering, raw material, ROH both are available in 810 client. That's why end to end is success. So now this every time to send single material, it's a different task. So for that only we are using change pointers. So transaction code is BD50. Okay. The first step of change pointers. Let me show in the document. Okay. So are you guys able to see here? Change pointers. If you want to trigger an IDoc whenever the data is changed or created, in this case there is a concept called change pointers activation. So that is need to be configured. Okay. So how to configure? So through first BD61, I'll go first BD61. We can start BD50 also. BD61 will go first. So here you can see change pointers activated generally. So it's a global activation. So this is the first step. Is it difficult to select this checkbox?
No, sir.
Yeah, just click on. We have a save button. So this is activated. Next, BD50. Okay, next go to BD50. So here you can see message type activate. Now we have to check our message type is activated. Put the position. It will ask the pop-up. What is our message type? Matmas. Message type is different. IDoc type is different. Okay, continue. So Matmas is our message type. So is it activate or not?
Not.
Yeah, select this, save. We have to activate this. Next, BD52, activate change pointers items to message type. Go to BD52 /n BD52. What is message type? Matmas. Continue. Okay. If you see here, this is Matmas. These are all our fields which are there in the segments. You can see a number of fields. Are you able to see here? Mara, which table, which field we are sending through Matmas? You can see next Marcy table. We saw that right in the segment level. We saw that many number of tables in that segment. For each segment, it is talking about different table for materials at the initial of the call. Okay, now see for this table, this is the field we are sending. But actually, currently we are doing only 4-5 fields: material industry sector, material type, description, pieces, and volume. We are sending only those. We are not configuring all this. But in actual business scenario, they will configure all these fields and they will send. See, Marty table, now MEW, these many fields. Now this case, if you don't want to send all these fields, either change or create, we can delete all the fields by selecting. Now I don't want these fields. You can select continuously and click on minus. This will delete. If there is a change or create happen for those fields, change pointers will not trigger. Understood, guys? Okay, so now I'm not deleting anything. We need the whole setup. So that is a business requirement. Whenever they want to configure like that, you have to select that. So if you don't want this, you can delete. Select this and minus. So that is through BD52. Okay. Okay. So now I'm going. So those 3 steps is done. See, now I'm creating 2-3 materials in 800 client. 800. Do we have 810 also set up active? 810 also active. So I'm creating 3 materials here. MM01. Okay. Same setup. Okay. Basic one. Material type, pieces. Number is different. 3364. Save. Material created. Again, click on enter. Basic setup. New material I'm creating. Here 3365. I mentioned material number also in description. Pieces. These are all same. I'm using. Since we are using testing, we don't know how to configure all these values. Basically, functionals will do, but we have to configure those flow of configurations. Not this creation, we don't need to take care of that. That function will take care of that. This MM01. But since we need to see end to end, I'm creating some dummy materials. Okay. Save. 3365 also done. Next. 3366. We are doing now. 66. Material 66. Okay. How many materials we created? 64, 65, 66. Okay. Understood, guys?
Yes.
Okay. So now, so we have a BD21 is a transaction where we can send all materials together at a time. Okay. So for BD21 background, for this transaction background program is RBDM IDoc. And this is the table, BDCP table. So data will store in this table, BDCP. Let's see table contents before running the 21 transaction. So in source system, SC11 or SC16N also we can use in this case, SC16N. Basically functional guys will use SC16N. transaction. We are using S11, so you can see change pointers. What is our message type? If you want, you can put the condition message type. Change documents, activation user, table case, table, change pointers. Okay, let me execute values. I'm not giving any input, directly I'm executing. Let's see the data selection. It's taking time because too much of data is there. Okay, so are you guys able to see the data here?
Yes.
This is about activation of Mara is activated some other tables. Actually, the table is BDCP 2. Aggregation change pointers. BDCP, BDCPS, both tables combination. Here you can put the message type, matmas. Okay, execute. You can see, guys, here matmas today I'm just putting display through today date 2021-05-16. Okay, this is timestamp. Okay, 11:48. This is the time. See, 3364, 3365, 3366. Are you able to see the guys those information?
Yes, sir.
Everyone able to see this? Simply you can see wherever this P column is there, P column empty. So how many columns? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, for 3 records we have 3 into 3, 19. You can see for 3364, this is the Mara table, DMRM table, DMAK table. So we have 3 segments, right, for each one. If you see that IDoc type, we have 3 segments. So you can see 3 records. Okay, for again 3365 material, okay, we have 3 segments. Again 3366. Understood, guys? As of now, it is captured. Whenever you create material, automatically change pointers will capture these entries in this table. Okay. So wherever this X is empty, that means it is captured. These are all the latest changes done in the system, either create or change. Okay, how can we identify this is create or change? You can see the last column. What is the indicator here? What is the value you are able to see here?
I.
I means you can click on this F4, you can see what is I activation. What is I means? What is the meaning of I? See here description. What is the short description for I?
Insert.
Insert. Okay. So through this you can see U means update, modified. Okay. Insert single field documentation or delete. Okay. So I means insert. See, now we are processing this through BD21 transaction, or this program all both are same screen it will open. BD RBDM IDoc transaction also we can process. So I'm opening this BD21 transaction, both are same. /o BD21. Here you can see what is the input here. Creating IDoc type from change pointers. What is the message type? Our message type? Matmas. So what it will check this transaction? This transaction will check this table. If for Matmas, you can see 9 records are pending through this indicator. If this is space, these are all latest creation or change through this indicator. System will identify these are all the document numbers. Okay. Document number is just reference numbers. Okay. So when we run this transaction through MatMask, this will process those 9 entries. So 3 material numbers by default it will process. You might ask that BD10 we are processing material, single material, and here we are also processing. We have to execute the program here also. If there is a 10 records, 15 records, there is no use of this transaction. So, but we can schedule this program as a background job with a daily basis. So this report will run without our manual execution. So that to be called as a background job configuration. So that I'll tell you in any one of the scenarios. Okay, how to do the background job configuration for programs. Particular time, if you mention the day time daily 4 times, 5 times. So by default, this program will execute with this message type. So automatically it will process. Now I am executing manually. So this is the message type I am executing. So what is the message here, Bindu?
3 master IDocs setup.
3 master IDoc setup for message type. When we execute BD10, that time we provided single material. That time we got 1 master IDoc. Now we are executing BD21 only through message type, not material number. So whatever the material is opened, open means ready for processing to 810 client. So all will process at a time. If there is 1,000, 10,000, 1 lakh materials also will process at a time. So I'm just clicking on continue. Now 3 communication IDocs ready. Continue. All are processed. Now let's check in 810 client. This network is gone, I think. We have to log in. So let me log in again. So I'm logging to 810 client. Okay. So first we'll check 800 only. It is where we can check W02. So basic type is matmas 05 execute. And here you can put the descending order. It was 79. Now you can say 80, 81, 82. What is 80 IDoc type material? Double click on this. See the data records. What is the material number? 3364. Are you able to see this? 3364.
Yeah, yes, sir.
Yeah. What is next IDoc? 81 IDoc. Double click on this. And double click on data records. Double click on this E1 marum. You can see the material number. MATNR is material number. You can see 3365. Next one, 82 IDoc. Ended with 82 IDoc. Marum, E1 marum, you can see 336. So all are processed with 0 status, 03 success. Now let's check in target system. /n W02. Here basic type is matmas 05 execute. So put the descending order. You can see 98 was last one. Now 99, 100. So 99, double click on this. You can see the data records. What is the material number here? 3366. So this is last one process. It can be orders change. Next one 200. What is 201? This is 64. Okay. Next 201. It should be 65 because 66, 64 is gone. Now you can see 65. Understood, guys?
Yes.
Any doubt till now?
No, sir.
So change pointer advantage is through the message type, we can send all in master data information in the single shot through BD21 transaction or RBDMI doc program. If I open this program also, you can see /SC38. It's a standard program. I'm just putting execute. You can see same transaction, same screen, right? BD21 screen only. Okay. So transaction code or report background is same only. If you open BD21 also, /BD21. So if you, this is all same transaction. You can see here BD21. You can see program, RBDM. For this transaction is same program. Actually, I mentioned both information. So transaction code will be created based on the report only. So this is the report for this transaction, and this is the table for background. Understood, guys? So once we activate the change pointers, then BD21 will transfer the newly created as well as changed materials after activation. So that is the advantage of BD21 over the BD10. So BD10 will send only 2 numbers we have to mention. If you miss one number also, it will be problem. If you use BD21, either created or change, newly created or newly changed, all together will send at a time. How can we see it is newly created or changed? In BDCP table, if the X is not there for the P column, so those are only newly. If there is a value I, it means insert. If there is a meaning U means it's update. Understood, guys? Yeah. So now I'm going to tell the last point, then I will close the session. We'll wind up the session. This is 800 client. This is 810. I have to. This is 800 client. So I'm going BD64. I want to show that filters options. What is our model distribution model name? I'm just opening this / and BD64. So what is our distribution model, guys? Hello. Hello.
Yeah.
Material master is our distribution model. You
Yes.
can see here. This was the material master, which we configure in outbound setup. Here it is showing no filter set. Now I am setting the filters. Double click on this, no filter set. You can see data filters. Okay, so if you see here, create is option is not there, close. That means we are in display mode. Now click on change option. Switch between the display edit. Go to edit mode. Okay, so how can we say we are in edit mode? You can see this are all enabled. These all 3 buttons. So material, sender system, receiver system, mat mask. Double click on this filters. So select this data filtering. Okay. Are you guys able to see this round symbol here? Dot button.
Yeah.
So now I'm clicking on, you can see now create option came. Create filters group. I'm just clicking on create. Now see dot become a arrow mark. Expand this. You can see filter options. So these are all the filter conditions provided by SAP for MatMask. You can see valuation area, warehouse, through warehouse number, through storage location number, through material group, through material is configurable, through competitor, material type, division, language key, sales organization, distribution channel, plant. So with these values, we can filter the data. Suppose if I mention material type, I'm double click on this material. You can see input schemes. I'm just pushing one number. If it is ROH, what is ROH? It is a raw material. You can see in 64 items, these are all the material types. Okay, I'm selecting here ROH. You can see ROH. So I'm just continue. Case sensitive. If you are mentioning small letter or caps letter, it will consider case sensitive. Continue. Now see, material added. If we create material with ROH, that material only will go to target system. Otherwise, it will not go. Understood, guys? This is a filter set through distribution model. Understood the context? I mean, I'll show that the configuration level also, but as of now, if you put ROH material type, if the material having ROH type only, then it will go 810, otherwise it will drop. Similar to storage location plants also, if the material comes under 1000 plant, then only it will go to the 810 plants, because if you see that IDoc type MATMOS 05, there are number of segments, one segment talking about one area. Now, out of these options, we are not sending all this information. We are configuring only mechanical engineering, material type as ROH, and description and pieces we are putting. Only 5 fields I am filling. That's why I took this field as a condition. We can put condition any field, but we are not sending data in other. If there is a requirement from the client side, we can put directly in that particular filter group. So I'm just continuing this ROH. I'm just saving this. Okay, now this distribution model is saved. So now from 810 client, I'm creating 2 more materials. What is the transaction? For material creation?
MM01.
Okay, so MM01. Now I'm creating material
0.
with mechanical engineering, ROH, raw material. I just click on enter, selecting basic type, continue, some description here, 07, PC, volume 10, volume unit, CDM. Just click on save. This is which material? Raw material. Now I'm creating different material. SAMP to I'm creating AEM. Enter, basic type. This is 8 material. Pieces only same, volume is same. Only difference is raw material. Instead of raw material, I'm selecting sample material. Okay, just click on save. Done. You can see material 3368 grade. Now I'm going BD827, BD /N, BD21. Creating MATMOS, I'm executing. How many are selected here?
2 master diagrams.
2 master IDoc setup for. Now, how many are done for communication?
1.
1.
Why 1 is stopped? Last time when we saw that 3 master IDoc setup, 3 communication is done. Now, why 1 communication is dropped? Because of filters. Because the second material 3368 it is not ROH. It is AEM, sample material. It's not a raw material. That's why 1 material is dropped. Let's check in W02. You can see here 3367. Only 1 material is there for message type. If we select basic type, if we execute, we have only 1 record. That's why it directly displays. This is yesterday, whatever we discussed till now, those are all yesterday date as per system, not as per our system time. So currently we are in 17th date, but till now we processed last 5 minutes before we processed, that is 16th date. Understood, guys? If I put 16 to 17, we can see all values. System time is different. If I put 16 to 17, now see all entries came. So what is the latest one? You can say 83 is latest one. Last time 82 created 3 IDocs. Now 83 latest one. Double click on this 83. If you click on data records, you can see 3367. 68 is not transferred because that is AEM. This is ROH. Through the filters only it will go. If you put the conditions. Understood the filters option? What is the filters option in IDoc? It is used to send the data based on the filters like material type or country or language or plant or storage location. This is an example you can send in the interview. Okay. So you can see number of entries because this is yesterday date. You can say 16. Latest one 83 is today date 17. If I remove this, if I execute first time W02, it will come today, both sides, it will come same date only. Don't confuse. Why only one record came, we process number of records today. If I open transaction, you can see now it is 70, showing 1770. If I execute, if it is only one record, it will not show this tabular format. It will directly display data records, control records. Okay.